just got back from Norway. It was an insane trip. I have seen things that I can't even like comprehend that I actually got to see that with my own eyes, which was really, really cool. The scenery is insane. The daylight there is not long. The sun rises at about 9:30, 10, and then starts to set around 1:30, 2:30. Really lucky and got to see the Northern Lights on my second night there. We stayed in this Airbnb flat type thing instead of a hotel, which was on the other side of the bridge from the city, and I really liked that because we did go into the city almost every day. I only think there's perks to staying in a hotel rather than where we were, because you didn't have to pay or walk. It is definitely walkable though, to just walk over the bridge. You wouldn't have to like pay to get into where all the different shops are and stuff. That being said, we did have like a little corner shop, supermarket, mini supermarket type thing, and a sushi restaurant at the end of our road. At the back of our B&B pretty much was the cable car. So one evening we just like booked it. So we were just chilling, had some food, and then I was like, oh, should we just go up now? And as we were going up, the Northern Lights started, and then when we got to the top there, they were everywhere, and it was so cool, really special. I mean, I wouldn't have been disappointed if I hadn't seen them, because I think it's impossible to go to a place that beautiful and come away disappointed, but it is like a once in a lifetime thing. It's been on my bucket list for a very long time, and I know that there's loads of people that try and see the Northern Lights for years and they don't get to, so I felt very lucky to be able to see them. The other thing that we did on the next night there was we went further out and we did some reindeer sledding, and we fed the reindeer, and then we listened to some traditional Sami stories and learned about their history. I also really liked learning about their fashion and their like textiles, and how different family groups have different patterns on them. It was interesting to see like the type of materials that they used for their clothes, because obviously it's like such a harsh environment, so that was really interesting. And then we could have had reindeer stew. My mum did, I didn't. Not a vegetarian. I feel like I could be a pescatarian, like a few meats that I just can't eat or don't want to, because I don't know, because I have a choice, I suppose. But they did tell us that it's like one of the healthiest meats you can have. But I had a spicy tomato soup that was amazing, some hot teas. From those two amazing trips, I obviously went yarn shopping. A special note for this knit turtleneck jumper that I got from a charity shop there called Up. So warm, and it was literally like £22 for a woolen hand knit jumper. I think is insane. And I just wanted to talk through some of the yarns that I got and what I'm going to be using them for. So I guess I'm going in reverse, because this is literally the yarn that I got before I went on the plane. But this is by Lang Yarns, which I was not expecting to find Lang yarn that I was going to buy. But this one is literally directly opposite the airport by a mall, so I went in there just before we got on our plane actually. But this is the yarn. It's like a brown tweed, very lightweight, and I'm going to be using it to knit my Devon top, which I'm really excited for, because as soon as I saw it I was like, this is the one. You will notice as well there's a bit of a theme of me buying tweed on this trip. I don't know why. I'm really, really excited. I'm still nervous about that top. I know it's going to take me most of the year to do it, but I have the yarn for it now, so I have to start it. Okay, these were the two that I picked up first. They're Merino Cotton by Drops. Got it in this light blue and then in this darker blue, and I'm planning to knit my micro shorts by Loopy Studios in these, mainly in the light blue, and then the dark blue for, I think I'm going to save it just for the waistband. Like I kind of want to do a rollover waistband. I did think about doing the ribbing along the legs with this for a bit of contrast, but I think actually I'm just going to save this for the rollover waist. Too sure how much I'll need for the rollover waist, and I'd rather have enough for that than not. My other option, I guess, is I could just put the legs on hold, do the waistband, and then decide if I'm going to do ribbing in light blue or dark blue for the legs. But the yarn shop that I went to for this was insane. I was about to say I could have spent hours in there. I think I did. So yeah. The second one I went to, the one by the airport, is bigger. They had like so many different types of brands, and it was really cool in both shops to get to like see in person a lot of brands that I only get to see online, because it's nice to actually be able to see what they're like in person. So that was really cool. I went back to buy this in a bit of a weird order. The first one I bought was the black tweed, but I went back and I bought this, which is the same brand as the black one. It's this natural beigey sort of color merino tweed. I don't know why I had to go back for this. I bought the black one. The reason I'm showing that one first is because I've already, that looks like, I saw this, and I don't usually knit with black, just because I think it's a little boring sometimes, unless you're doing like cable knit stuff, which they look amazing, but I'd be terrified that I can't see what I'm doing. So I generally don't knit with black, but when I saw this, I was like, that is so nice, and it is so soft. So I know exactly what I wanted to make with it. I wanted to make, and I have actually made them, the Groove Warmers by Kate Bees. Even though I think that whole pattern, the whole point of it is like the contrasting striped colours, and I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to use the pattern with this tweed, and I wanted to make some for my partner, and then I was going to make some for me. I did initially just buy this because I think hank of it was like, I think it was like £14, I think it translated to. I'll just buy that. I bought the Drops Cotton Merino for my shorts, but I couldn't stop thinking about this one. I have to go back because I wanted to make a hers version of the gloves with this. And yeah, so that was all the yarn that I got whilst out in Norway. I really want to go back to some other parts of Norway, maybe like Oslo, or I don't know, some other places with my partner. I haven't done a lot of traveling. I really want to. But it's something that like I went on like 2 family holidays when I was like 12, and then when I was like 13, and I hadn't been abroad or on holiday anywhere since then, up until last year where we went to Austria for my birthday. That was amazing, and that kind of made me really want to start doing some more travel and stuff. So let's get to start my year of 2026 there. Really like the knitting community vibe there, like definitely like a good knitting scene in the UK, but around where I live, not particularly. There's a couple of like yarn shops, like maybe 2, but they don't stock a lot of like yarns, and a lot of the yarns are acrylic, so it was really cool to get to go and see like such a huge range. And yeah, so aside from the yarns, I picked up some Knit Pro needles, the wooden rainbow ones, which are really cool, and I'm using them for my micro shorts, and they're amazing. They feel so nice. And I picked up some like little stitch markers and the little like stopper things that go on the bottom of your needles. It was little things like that, actually, like knitting accessories that I don't tend to see in the UK so much. So yeah,